The Scream franchise, a cornerstone of horror cinema known for its meta-commentary on slasher tropes and self-referential humor, has undergone significant changes leading up to its seventh installment. Originally conceived as a continuation of the rebooted series that began with 2022's Scream, often referred to as Scream 5, and followed by 2023's Scream 6, the film was set to be directed by Christopher Landon, who had previously helmed successful horror comedies like Happy Death Day. The plan centered on the new generation of characters, particularly the Carpenter sisters Sam and Tara, played by Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega respectively. These actresses had become the faces of the franchise's revival, bringing fresh energy to the story of Ghostface's terror in the fictional town of Woodsboro and beyond. However, the production faced turbulent times when both Barrera and Ortega departed the project in quick succession. Barrera's exit stemmed from controversy surrounding her social media posts expressing views on the Israel-Hamas conflict, which led to her dismissal by the production company. Ortega's departure followed, attributed to scheduling conflicts and the overall instability of the project. Director Landon also stepped away, citing the unraveling circumstances. This series of events forced a complete overhaul of Scream 7, shifting the focus back to the original protagonist, Sidney Prescott, now Sidney Evans, portrayed by Neve Campbell. The new narrative, crafted by Kevin Williamson, the scribe behind the first Scream film, revolves around Sidney's life in a new town called Pine Grove, where she lives with her teenage daughter Tatum, Isabel May, and husband Mark, Joel McHale, a local cop. Despite the pivot, Scream 7 maintains the franchise's signature self-awareness, subtly addressing the events of the previous films without dwelling extensively on the absent characters. Notably, the movie avoids mentioning Sam and Tara by name, a choice that could be seen as a deliberate move to distance itself from the prior storyline. This approach might reflect a desire to start fresh, salting the narrative earth to prevent any lingering ties that could complicate the new direction. Instead, the film offers indirect nods, such as a quip from Jasmine Savoy Brown's character, Mindy Meeks-Martin. Mindy, along with her twin brother Chad, Mason Gooding, represents the only returning characters from the Barrera-Ortega era, providing a bridge between the old and new. In a scene set in a bar where the young characters speculate about the identity of the latest Ghostface killer, Mindy remarks, "Billy Loomis had a secret love child, so who the F knows?" This line serves as a subtle reference to Sam Carpenter, who was revealed in Scream 2022 as the illegitimate daughter of Billy Loomis, the original Ghostface from the 1996 film, played by Skeet Ulrich. Billy's legacy has been a recurring theme, symbolizing the enduring impact of past horrors on new generations. By alluding to this without naming names, the film acknowledges the continuity while allowing the audience to fill in the blanks. Other references to the events of Scream 6, which took place in New York City, are woven into the dialogue and plot. For instance, Asa German's character Lucas, the son of Anna Camp's Jessica and a neighbor to Sidney, mentions having watched both a Dateline special and a Netflix documentary about the NYC attacks. This meta-element highlights how real-world media often sensationalizes true crime, mirroring the franchise's own commentary on horror films. Courtney Cox's Gale Weathers, the tenacious reporter who has been a staple since the first movie, returns with physical remnants of her past encounters. Nerve damage in her hand from a Ghostface assault in her Manhattan apartment during Scream 6. This detail adds realism to her character, showing the long-term consequences of survival in a slasher world. Interestingly, some of the meta-commentary in Scream 7 appears to gently rib the previous installment. Gale tells Sidney, "You're lucky you sat this one out. It was brutal," which could be interpreted as a nod to the intensity of Scream VI's urban setting and high body count. In the climactic confrontation, one of the Ghostface killers, revealed to be Jessica, yells at Sidney, "A Ghostface attack doesn't count if you're not there." This line cleverly plays on Sidney's absence from Scream 6, which Campbell opted out of due to a pay dispute. Campbell has publicly discussed her decision, stating that she felt her value to the franchise was not adequately recognized in the offered compensation. Her return in Scream 7, with a reportedly fair deal, underscores themes of empowerment and self-worth in Hollywood. The inclusion of Mindy and Chad raises questions about their purpose in the new story. Tatum pointedly asks them, "Why are you here?" A question that echoes fan curiosity. The twins explain their presence by working as part of Gale's camera crew, with Mindy aspiring to become a prominent newswoman herself. Chad notes that they represent the Woodsboro legacy, tying back to the original murders that started it all. Together with the absent Sam and Tara, they formed the core four in the previous films, a group of survivors bonded by trauma. Their survival and return emphasize resilience, a core theme in the Scream series. The fanbase remains divided over these changes. Some continue to protest Barrera's firing, viewing it as an overreach in response to her political expressions. Barrera later clarified her statements, denouncing anti-Semitism and advocating for peace. A Boycott Scream 7 movement gained traction, with demonstrations highlighting broader issues of free speech in the entertainment industry. Conversely, many fans celebrate Campbell's return, Williamson's directorial involvement, his first time helming a Scream film, and the fresh whodunit plot.